Hello, Jonas. Welcome back to Metalkaoz. This is Dimitris calling from Chicago. How are you?
Hey Dimitris, I'm fine. Quite excited for everything that's coming up.
And
Uh,
of course, you
yeah.
should be.
Okay, so I'm. You can start. Try to surprise me, maybe.
Well, well. The last time we spoke, when I asked you when I asked you guys about the next possible album for Kerrigan, you were not
Hmm.
so sure. So what has changed? And you released the second album, Wayfarer.
Yeah. Um, I mean, the biggest thing that's changed for Kerrigan is that we have a full band now. I think the last time we talked, it was just Bruno and me as
Correct.
the steady members, and we had Jonathan Döring, or Birdie as we call him, on the drums as a session drummer. But now everything has changed when it comes to the full members because now we have Jakob Ziblin on bass guitar, and Jonathan Döring on the drums as full members, and it feels great playing with them. We had a lot of live gigs,
Hmm.
um, and we know each other for many years already. So it's great playing with them in a band, and yeah. So that's a very important thing for Kerrigan that we have four guys um, playing together now. But I mean, when it comes to the songwriting, it's still Bruno and me.
Okay.
We are doing the songwriting, but yeah, we are
This is
full
where
band now.
this is where I was going with my question, whether you guys becoming now a four-piece,
Mm.
if that had anything to do with the songwriting, right? And it didn't.
Uh, I'd say the songwriting, it looks like that Bruno and me, we are sitting together and we have our songwriting sessions, and
Hmm.
sometimes one of us has an idea for a song, and then we meet up to work on those ideas, to perfect the song or to fully finish the song. But I think during the recordings, there were certain points where Jakob or Birdie gave their input. I mean, when it comes to drums, it's also me who writes most of the drums, but it's always Birdie who gives his thumbs up. He knows how to drum, I have to say, because I'm just thinking about how I would drum. There were certain points in the rehearsal room where I tried my best to drum. I mean, I can play some blast beats and some double bass, but he is the expert on it, so he has to give his final yes and okay.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, should we consider Wayfarer as the next step for Kerrigan? What is the connection between the two albums?
Yeah, I would definitely call it a next step. On the one hand, when it comes to songwriting, because you can definitely tell that our working process got better over the years.
Hmm.
Bruno and I were writing songs since 2019 or 2020, right from the demo days. We started writing songs together, and I mean now it's almost 6 years that we're writing songs already, and over the years it just got better. So um, that worked better. And I have to get back to your question. What was it again?
What is the connection between the two albums? I think
Ah,
I
yeah.
read in the press release there were two songs that were written during the sessions of Blood Moon. So I was
Yeah.
trying to see, some sort of a timeline. When did you start writing the music and how
Yeah.
that is connected to the Blood Moon?
Yeah, there's definitely connections because the song you're talking about is Blood and Steel. That's we came up with the I think it was me coming up with the chorus, Blood and Steel. And right from that point, we had the first riff or the chorus riff. And that's when the first idea happened. Um, but to be honest, as I've already mentioned, the songwriting took us quite some years, I have to
Okay.
say. It really the days from that Blood Moon recordings until the final song Blood and Steel, a lot a lot happened in that time. Um, but I think in the end it always got better. We had so many ideas, and sometimes we switched a little bit in the parts, and maybe the style changed a little bit from the first idea till the end, but I
Hmm.
think it turned out perfectly. And I think another song, yeah, it was Wayfarer. We even had a little video on our Facebook, I think when we just had, I don't know, maybe 100 followers. We wanted to give a little insight on the album recordings because we thought it would be a song of Blood Moon, but in the end, we gave it a little more time and then it found its way on Wayfarer. So it, that's also a thing for a lot of songs. Some ideas are really, really old, so to say. So maybe from 2021 or 22.
I like that you mentioned Blood and Steel. The press release mentions Saxon and Manowar. So since this
Yeah.
song is a little bit epic, not a little bit, it's epic, made me think of Manowar of the Ross the Boss era.
Oh yeah.
Since
Yeah.
that, unfortunately, Ross the Boss passed away, I thought
Oh
to,
yes.
mention that because that era of Manowar is very special for many metalheads, and it is for me too. So I don't know. This was not a question, more like a statement. So I'm sorry
No,
about
yeah.
that.
No problem at all. I mean, if you get that connection in your mind to Ross the Boss, it's an honor for us.
Mhm.
And as you said, I mean, we had our release show was 1 week ago. We had it in Poland, and it was really one day after Ross has passed away, and we dedicated Blood and Steel to him actually because we know there's a connection, and it's both Bruno and me. I mean, maybe I'm more of a Manowar guy than Bruno, but the old songs written by Ross, I mean Joey DiMaggio and Ross, those are very special. And songs like, I don't know, Blood of My Enemies or uh yeah, Battle Hymn itself, it's just something incredible and you can't describe it if you yeah,
Yeah.
if you've never listened to those songs. And I think I at least I hope so. Maybe we can be a part of some of those moments because when we write songs, we are writing we're not writing things to we don't think about it that much. We just play by heart, and
Right.
sometimes we will get another riff and it will fit to the riff to the previous riff or the previous idea, and that's how a song comes to existence. And that's actually what happened to
Yeah.
Blood and Steel. Even though we wrote it for quite some time, in the end it was just a natural thing that was happening.
Hmm. About the title track, Wayfarer, I wanted to make a connection with the album's cover artwork because
Yep.
now there is this shift. The first album was red.
Yeah.
The second album has it's more bluish. So
Yeah.
was that the artist's decision, or did you guys had anything to do with this shift?
Mm, no, I mean, it was definitely us who said that we wanted a certain color.
Okay.
The idea to have that certain kind of frame that we use in every release, we had it already in the demo days. We knew
Yeah.
that we wanted to have it on the album in the as well. And yeah, we already picked red, so there were, you don't have that many options, right? So I mean, blue fits quite right to the Wayfarer theme in the end. So it's Bruno has that stylistic how do you call it? The stylistic skills.
Okay.
He's the one who can do some drafts in beforehand. Maybe I think yeah we sent some
You said some
drafts
drafts,
to
yeah,
Adam. I
to
think yeah,
Attenberg.
very rudimentary, but we knew what we wanted, and we already knew the color, so
Mm.
and we just gave it to Edinburgh, and he's the one who finalized everything perfectly. I think he gave us one draft, and we knew, yeah, perfect. That's the direction we want, and the result was perfect and was stunning to us. And we just like in the Blood Moon days, we got the final thing, and we were just happy. Quite easy.
And
Yeah.
I don't want to overreach, but since we discussed Manowar and now looking at the artwork made me think of Death Dealer from Frazetta.
So sorry, I don't know them.
uh, Frazetta is the artist that drew
Yeah.
Death Dealer, if you recall. But anyhow,
No,
that's
no, I don't know. Sorry, man.
that's perfectly okay. What about the lyrics? You wrote the lyrics, or you work with Bruno too?
Mm, it's the lyrics are. I think on Blood Moon we had songs that were written lyrically um, by just one person sometimes, but this time we just sat together and we wrote the lyrics together, and we exchanged ideas,
Ideas.
and yeah, it was it. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time because when you start out writing a song, sometimes you have an idea in your head, and when the song's finished and you still don't have the lyrics to it, sometimes it just doesn't work out. But in
Hmm.
the end, we found quite fitting lyrics to every song.
I'm asking about the lyrics because just like you did in Blood Moon, you
Mm.
closed the album with the longest track, Red
Yeah,
Light Tower.
yeah.
So um, I may be overreaching again. Is there any connection between the lyrics and Dark Tower, the Dark Tower by Stephen King?
No, but it's nice that you ask that, but because I always wanted to read The Dark Tower, uh, but I didn't. So the Red Light Tower doesn't have any Stephen King connection or relations.
That's interesting because you have a concept, although the concepts, and I'm not gonna give you any spoilers with the
Yeah, oh,
Dark Tower.
thanks.
uh, there is something unfinished in the Red Light Tower, so this is
Yeah.
why my mind went to towards there. So,
Mm.
did you have? Do you guys have any sort of solid inspiration for the lyrics of this song, or you wanted to close the album with something vague, let's say, something that leaves the door open?
Yeah, I think you already described it perfectly. I think that's that is what the song um, creates. There's a certain feeling of maybe still longing, or uh, how could I put it? There's a
And
picture in my mind of some of an open space that you still have things
to
in
do.
front of you.
So
There's
something that
things to do.
is
Yeah,
not fulfilled,
yeah,
something that
right.
you're still working on. Okay, I get
Yeah,
it.
right.
On the other hand, you have another song, Dystopia. And it's
Yeah.
interesting because you're talking about AI, for example.
Mm, mm,
And you know, as well as I do, that AI is now has become a tool in music too, right?
yeah.
So how do you feel about
Unfortunately,
that?
so it's a disgrace. I have to be honest because everybody. who write songs, or even those who don't write songs, people who try to express themselves artistically, they know that it takes a lot of time that they have to put into that stuff and into those things to get something out of it. And AI is just a tool. Yeah, I mean, it just makes things so easy for people wouldn't who wouldn't do those things if they hadn't that tool. I mean, that's at least that's my opinion, because I don't think if you're a real artist, you wouldn't use AI, because I think it has something to do with um, maybe not honor, but I
I
think it's
I think I
in a kind
understand what you're trying to say. Yeah.
in a way it's immoral to me, because um, it's very hard for me to describe it in English actually, but um, I just feel it. You're taking so many steps by using a tool, and maybe you would never have the ability or the possibility to take those steps
Right.
otherwise.
Right. But let's say you are struggling with a verse. You are trying to finish some lyrics,
Yeah.
and for whatever the reason it doesn't work. Would you get help from AI to assist you on that?
No. I
Mm.
mean, I can tell you, if it comes to if I'm searching for a rhyme, then I'm searching for then I can search in a dictionary. That's what we already did, because sometimes you just, if you're not especially if you're not a native speaker, you just
Oh,
don't,
yes. Yeah.
sometimes it's just a one word that's missing,
Mm.
and you go crazy about it. But really, if it's a tool just to give you ideas, I think that's the worst part about it, because why would you start a creative process if you didn't have the initial idea?
Mm.
That's really what makes me crazy. And unfortunately, we are at that point that people are really getting used to it, and if they don't know what to do, they're just saying, "Okay, maybe we can prompt it. Just give it a little try in
Hmm.
ChatGPT, and we'll just look what comes out of it." And yeah, but that's not how things should work out, because especially in heavy metal or metal in general, it's a scene where you have so much do it yourself. Even when it comes to bigger concerts, everybody puts so much effort in it. And if you start using cheap tools like AI, everything starts to feel trashy, or trashy, just
Cheap. You can
uh,
say cheap. You can say
cheap.
cheap. Yeah. But
Yeah,
at the
yeah, yeah.
same
It feels
time,
cheap.
for my perspective as a fan, as a listener, as a buyer, right? I
Yeah,
buy
yeah,
music. The fear that I have is two things. Will I be able to tell the difference from the
yeah,
studio? Live,
yeah,
I'm still able to do that. And then if people get used to this, to get to music being created cheaply, will
yeah.
this make the quality go down?
I mean, that's what you already can tell by just listening to
Hmm.
radio. I mean, I guess we're already listening to AI music for years already, because I'm I don't want to be, I'm not naive like that. I know that we are all listening to AI music,
Yeah.
but in a scene where you just really focused on something true, so to say, um, you really shouldn't you really shouldn't take the easy way out by using AI. Especially, and I just want to tell that because we played a gig once, and we knew that the guys behind the venue, they put a lot of love and effort in everything. And at one certain point, some guy asked, "Hey man, is that flyer? Did you make it with the AI?"
Gee.
And then they had to be honest, and they said, "Yeah, I mean, I just gave it a try. You have to understand, it takes so much time, and we have just
Money,
limited
yeah.
time and money. Yeah, please understand it. But it really started a big discussion about the topic, and I think it's very good that you start discussing about this, even though it's just the flyer. But it's moments like this where it's important to discuss and to show, no, we don't accept things like that, even
Yeah,
as
but
if it's just a little thing.
we need to be careful now because right now everybody's asking this: is this AI? Is this AI? At some point, because it becomes too good, we will
Yeah,
not be able to tell the difference.
yeah. I mean, I recently I listened to synthwave channel on YouTube, or I found a synthwave channel on YouTube, and it said, yeah, that
Everything is
side
AI.
project. Yeah, at least I guess so. And then I started to research a little bit, and I found pieces that said, no, it's a real project from '83, but you don't find you just find one side that says so, so you're never sure, and I hate that feeling. You just can't tell anymore.
Yeah.
It could be true, it could be false. Nobody knows, and that
But hey,
sucks.
at least for the time being, seeing a band live, you cannot
Yeah.
fake everything, right?
Wait, did you
No.
listen to Kerrigan? No, no, okay. No, no. We're completely AI free. I
Okay,
can tell you
okay.
that.
Speaking of playing live, what are the plans right now?
Right now, we recently joined Dragon Productions, and they're doing the booking for us, and yeah, we will see how that turns out. We're hoping to play a tour at one point. Um, we will see how 2026 turns out because we're that busy with our recordings that we didn't book a lot of shows.
Hmm.
But I think the point where Kerrigan really will go crazy live or will really appear on the stages will be 2027.
And that, what is the name of the company? Dragon.
Dragon Productions.
Geez. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Is this for Europe only? I'm guessing, right?
Um, I don't know.
Okay,
I should look into the roster first before I say anything wrong.
okay.
I can tell you.
Because it will be nice. Man, I always ask this question, and I know it's difficult to, cross the Atlantic and come to the States, but,
Yeah.
I have to ask this question.
Yeah,
So, anyways,
it would be great to play there as well, but wasn't it half a year ago that really a lot of European bands canceled their US tours?
yeah, well,
It's crazy
yeah,
times right now.
it is. But hey, like I
We
said,
even
I have to ask this question,
Yeah,
even
I
though,
understand it. And we'd be more than happy to play because that would it would mean that there would be easier times in front of us.
one more question.
Yeah,
You have, with Bruno, you are in Lone Wanderer too.
yeah.
So how the hell you write music for Kerrigan that sounds positive, that sounds like that, and then you have Low Wanderer and push me straight to the darkest dungeon.
Okay, so I can put you. Um, the thing is, when it comes to songwriting, we're completely separating everything. We
Mhm.
don't mix the styles. Um, Bruno is the one who writes the songs for Lone Wanderer, so there's not much that there's not many influences by me. Maybe I'm influenced a little bit when it comes to the live sections or maybe my playing on the record, but he's the one creating all the music for Lone Wanderer. Um, it's just Kerrigan where we are writing the songs together. But I think because you said it, that the songs were uplifting and happy, there were a lot of people who said it's the other way around, that the Wayfarer sounds melancholic and moody sometimes.
Well, it
So you think it's
depends.
happy?
Well, when I say happy, I didn't mean, peaches and cream. I was thinking, if you compare the two bands, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
the
okay.
difference is is
It's definitely
crazy.
not Funeral Doom. Yeah.
And a bonus one, Mandilfari for you. Is this
Yeah.
still active?
In my mind, sometimes it's definitely not active right now. It feels like a solo project. I can remember that we talked about Mundilfari the last time, and you
Hmm.
asked me if there's anything happening, and I said no, I didn't write riffs for years, and that was completely false because I
Uh-huh.
think one year previous to our last interview, I really wrote 5 or 6 songs already, and then I thought, yeah, maybe I should at some point try recording some stuff, and it just never happened. So there's a lot of black metal material coming from my end that's not recorded or nothing to be done with,
Okay, let's
unfortunately.
let's agree that I will not ask the same question after the third Kerrigan album because
Okay.
you will have already released something, okay?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. I will try my best.
Excellent. Jonas, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a
Have
million.
um, I wish the album all the success and have safe shooting whenever you guys decide to go on that. And I don't know, let's see each other here in Chicago sometime, okay?
Yeah, I would be more than happy to be there at some point with Kerrigan.
Excellent. Thank you very much,
Thanks
man.
for the interview, man.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye bye.